Bonjour les enfants, bonjour children. I hope you're all safe and well. Got another French lesson for you to complete today, or whenever you choose to complete it. All about clothes, des vêtements. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen with you and we'll get going. Let's see. So hopefully that is sharing. Yeah. Great. Okay. And hopefully also you can see me. I've got myself technologically, I don't know, I feel like I'm doing all right with the camera here and the screen there. So let's see how we go. Here's our role for today, children. Describe what people are wearing. And remember, when I say écoutez, that means you need to listen to how the word is pronounced. And répétez, that's your chance to speak it back. I hope you've got a pen and paper with you, because after we've learned practicing listening and speaking each word, you can write it down to make your vocabulary list. So the first thing to write at the top as your title or underneath your word is des vêtements. Écoutez, des vêtements. And that means clothes. Des vêtements. Clothes. Write that one down. Then a little bit of a challenge for you. I'll introduce each piece of new vocabulary, but we've been learning the colours now all the way through school, and you're all really good at them. Remember in year 3, you played a little game with these mats, sorting all the different colours out. So if you want a bit of a challenge, you can also try to remember the colour of the piece of clothing that I'm showing you. So just to recap: rouge, jaune, bleu, marron. That doesn't look quite clear on this screen, but that's actually one of the words for brown. In year 4, we've also learnt brun and noisette as other colours for brown, but we'll stick with marron for the purposes of this lesson. Blanc for white, gris, rose, vert, violet, orange et noir for black. Rouge, jaune, bleu, marron, blanc, gris, rose, vert, violet, orange, noir. Great. So when we are using adjectives in French, their grammar rules are different to ours. So if we were describing something, for example, a red book, we would have the adjective followed by the noun. In French, it's the other way around. We have learned that before in class. So in French, the adjective always follows the noun. For example, le livre rouge, which means the book red. Livre is the noun, book, and rouge is the adjective, red. Le livre rouge in French would be the red book in English. It's a little bit annoying because that watermark is in the way. Here's another example. Le crayon violet. So crayon means pencil. The pencil, purple. But in English, we would say the purple pencil. So remember that the adjective always follows the noun in French. So here's our first piece of new vocabulary for clothes. We have a lovely dress there. Une robe. Écoutez. Une robe. Now, if you're doing the challenge, you'll be looking at that. Hopefully the colour is the same on your screen as it is on mine. This is a purple dress, so Oops, didn't mean to do that, children. Apologies. We would say it is a dress purple in French. C'est une robe violet. C'est une robe violet. Next, oh, and write that down. Une robe. Remember, children, if it's une with an E, that's telling you that this is a feminine word. Next. Now, this is a bit different to the way that, again, we would grammatically say it in English. For us, we would say that this is some trousers. And we have it as a plural word because trousers have two legs. So we say some trousers. French is different. They treat it as one object, so it's singular. And they say un pantalon. Écoutez. Un pantalon. Répétez. A trouser. Now, these are grey trousers. So if we were to say the colour of the trousers, we would be saying c'est un pantalon gris. C'est un pantalon gris. So make sure you've written down un pantalon. Now, this time, no E. So this is telling you it's a masculine word, and we have the masculine form of a there. Next, a jumper. A jumper. In French, écoutez, un pull. Un pull. Répétez. Great. Now, those of you who've got your beady eyes out, two colours for this one. So, c'est un pull bleu et vert. Blue and green. C'est un pull bleu et vert. Un pull. Next. A t-shirt. Now this is really easy because it's so similar to the English. Look at the difference though. We just have the letter T as a capital. In French, they have it as a word. T-E-E. T-shirt. Still with the hyphen in there. Really easy. And it's pronounced the same. Un t-shirt. A t-shirt. Now this one is a black t-shirt. C'est un t-shirt noir. C'est un t-shirt noir. Next we have, this is the word that we use either to describe a woman's blouse or a man's shirt. Again, look, it's the feminine version of a, une chemise. Une chemise. Écoutez, une chemise. Répétez. Great. And that's a blouse or a shirt. Now here we've got a lovely yellow blouse. So let's say that one. C'est une chemise jaune. C'est une chemise jaune. And last piece of clothing we have is a skirt. Again, look, this is the feminine form of a. Une jupe. I like this word. It sounds really nice when you say it. You can really put some effort into the ju. So, try it with me. Écoutez, une jupe. Répétez. Great. Now, this we have a bright red skirt. Let's say it in French. C'est une jupe rouge. C'est une jupe rouge. So, just make sure that you've written all those words down on your vocabulary list. Remember to check, have you got the correct form of une or un or masculine? So, jupe, chemise, they're feminine. T-shirt and pull, they're masculine. Pantalon, masculine. and dress is une, that's feminine. So just check you've got those written down correctly. Right. Now let's practice a sentence where we might use this in a context. So we might be asked to describe what somebody is wearing. And if you think about red carpet events, when the celebrities are all going into their award shows, often the camera, the paparazzi and the reporters all around, they might shout, "What are you wearing? What are you wearing?" So in France, that would be, "Qu'est-ce qu'il porte? Qu'est-ce qu'elle porte?" That's how you say it in French. So here it is. Look, here's the question. Qu'est-ce qu'il, if it's a man, or qu'est-ce qu'elle porte? Porte is the word to carry or wear. Something's happened to the screen there. I'm not quite sure what. Anyway. Sorry, just lost my train of thought. Qu'est-ce qu'il, if it's a man, porte. Qu'est-ce qu'elle porte, if it's a woman. So if you're talking about a man or a boy, il porte, he's wearing. And if you're talking about a girl or a woman, elle porte, she is wearing. So let's have a look. Oh, I've just realised, sorry children, it shouldn't have an E there if it's masculine. Use the E for feminine. Don't use the E for masculine. Il porte or elle porte. I've made that mistake all the way through, so I need to change that while we're going. So here we have Sergio Aguero, Argentinian football player for Man City. And let's see. Qu'est-ce qu'il porte? What is he wearing? So now on your paper, write down as a sentence, il porte, and find the word or that item of clothing. If you want to use the challenge, you can also write the colour following the noun. Okay. Have you written your sentence? Pause it if you need more time because I'm going to do the answer. In French. 3, 2, 1. Il porte une t-shirt bleu. Il porte une t-shirt bleu. Next. So remember to pause your video if you need more time to write your sentence. Here we've got Marcus Rashford. I didn't want to alienate half of you by going Man City, so we've got Man U as well. Here we are. Qu'est-ce qu'il porte? What is he wearing? Now let me just change the verb again so that it's the masculine form because we're talking about the man. Il porte. So have a look there. What's he wearing? Very similar, obviously. I'm going to say the answer now. Pause if you need more time. Your sentence should be il porte une t-shirt rouge. Next. Ah, lovely Laura Samuel. Now, we can see two of her pieces of clothing. We've got the red jumper and the blue trousers. So, qu'est-ce qu'elle porte? What is she wearing? Write down the sentence, elle porte, and then what she's wearing on the top half of her body, and then what she's wearing on the bottom half of the body. Pause it if you need more time. Here we are. So, elle porte un pull rouge et un pantalon bleu. Next, who have we got next? Ah, Simon Cowell. You may be watching Britain's Got Talent. He usually wears this outfit, or the only other thing I've seen him wear is jeans on the bottom and a white t-shirt, but he usually looks like this on Britain's Got Talent, so let's have a look. Qu'est-ce qu'il porte? What is he wearing? So you write down your sentence, but remember, unlike me, oh, this is sticking a little bit. Il porte, what's he got on the top? A white shirt and black trousers. Ready? If you need more time to write your sentence, just pause. Il porte une chemise blanche et un pantalon noir. Il porte une chemise blanche et un pantalon noir. Next, who have we got? Ariana Grande with a very, I don't know how you would describe that dress. Bandeau top and meringue bottom skirt part. Anyway, qu'est-ce qu'elle porte? What is she wearing? Elle porte une robe rose. She's wearing a pink dress. Elle porte une robe rose. Have we got anyone else? No. So that was the last one. I hope you enjoyed that little task and hope you were able to write the sentences accurately. Remember, when you write your sentences, even though it's French, we still use a capital letter and finish with a full stop. Mrs. Rennie's forgotten the full stop there. Naughty. Let's put one on. There we go. Now, here's a task that you can do at home. All you need really is a piece of paper. If you don't want to do your own drawing, you can print some pictures of yourself or your favourite celebrities. Print them off and you can label them instead. But what I'd like you to do is draw 3 pictures of yourself wearing your 3 favourite outfits. Label it with the French words and their meaning in English. If you want a challenge, you can put the colour of the clothing as well. So just draw your favourite clothes, label them in English and in French. Like I said, if you don't want to draw yourself, do exactly what I've done. Choose some celebrities, 3 or 4 of them. You can cut out their picture and then label their clothes in French. Again, if you want to put the colour as a challenge, you can do that as well. Even better, write a sentence at the end to say il porte or elle porte and then what they're wearing. If you do that, if you do draw yourself, or if you do print some pictures off and label them, print pictures off of yourself, they don't have to be celebrities. Take a picture of your work and you can email it to your teachers or send it to me at year 3 bluecoatfederation.co.uk or year 4 at bluecoatfederation.co.uk. Now, this link here, I'll put this in the blog post for you. But the last thing that I'm going to show you is a French game that I found. Is it going to let me follow the link? No. Yeah, let me just put it into my browser then. And let's see. Let's go here. Here's a game that you can play once you've done that task. I will say that this has a couple of extra pieces of vocab that we haven't learned today because, well, I don't know what year group this particular game is aimed for, but I think you can pick up the ones that you don't know. So there are some other games on this that you could play, but I quite like this one. So if you click on the play button there, you've got to match the object, match the piece of clothing and put it into the box. So that we can see is a t-shirt. So it's going to go in the t-shirt. Oh, and it says it as well, which is rather good. Ah, that's a jumper. Now you can see the other difference is they've got the. We learned it with a. So if it's male, it's le or un. If it's female, it's la or une. And if it's plural, it's les. Now we haven't learned the word for shoes, but here it is, les chaussures. And the way to know is, you know it's not the other two. This one's a shirt, la chemise. Oh, le chemise. Got that one wrong, children. What have we got now? A shirt. There we go. We can play a game. It's very groovy music, thank you. You can change the game. What have we got? Choose the picture that matches your Sogro. Play. Oh.
Les chaussettes.
Chaussette is shoes.
Chaussettes.
Oh no, it's not your socks. No. Hopefully you can do better than me on that one then. What goes next?
Le chemisier.
Le chemisier. There we go. Right. Got that one right, thankfully. Oh, lovely. Look, sunflower.
La jupe.
La jupe skirt. You get the idea. You don't need to watch me playing this all day. You can have a go at playing it yourself. So let us.
La cravate.
Shush. Okay, let's go back to here. So there we are, children. All about clothes. There's your task there that you can do on some paper. Take a picture and email to your year group email address. You can write the waltz at the top. Let me just remind you of the waltz. Go back to the beginning. Waltz. Describe what people are wearing. Okay, so I'll leave you now and I'll see you again next week for more French. Au revoir.